Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Hold on. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random collective reading. Kind of want to get this, should have done it before. Get this area a little blessed. There we go. So, my name is Zube. What else do I? Oh, yeah, what you could see here and here. I don't think you could miss that. And on my channel name. Anyway, welcome. If you've never been here before, welcome. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. It is also timeless. If this reading doesn't vibe with you, then maybe one of my other readings does. And if I don't vibe with you altogether, well, peace be on your way. That's fine too. If you're interested in a personal reading, astrology or tarot, my information is down below. I also do a monthly newsletter, which I don't think I've ever talked about here. So feel free to send me a message and I can add you to that list. All right. So the message I got this morning was as I was putting on my little bandana, which I haven't worn in a while. I'm busting out an old style. I've got Uranus is going through my first house and I'm getting funky with my body. Anyway, what is my look? I don't know what my look is. So for some reason, well, it's probably, I'm going to blame it on Uranus. Anyway, as I was putting on my bandana, I got okay. We can make big messes in our life, right? Sometimes our life that can just have huge messes in it and things are messy. And spirit was like, you did that. Like you created a humongous mess. Like, I've experienced God, the universe, all of that more as neutral. Like it was almost like can you look at what a big fucking mess you've made? And I don't feel like I'm super in it right now, but I was just kind of, thinking about a lot of like things up in the helicopter, looking down at my life over the long view. And the flip of that, which is the point that was being made, is that just like you can create big messes that take a lot of time and a lot of effort, you can do amazing, cool shit too, but sometimes it just takes time. Time takes time, and if you've ever made a really big mess, can you look around and go, wow, I did that. Look at that huge fucking mess I made. And just like I did that, I can do amazing, cool shit too. Like it can be curious about what you can create or what's going to happen. What's going to happen with this? I have no idea. It could be anything. But in the meantime, I can be creating amazing shit over here. It was a pep talk, if you will. Okay. Fucking creator. What was I just talking about? King of Wands. This is the energy that's within us. The King of Wands, that's fire energy. The King of Wands creates. Wands are the journey of manifestation. He's sitting on his throne. He's like, I can do this shit. And I kind of like how, whenever I look at the readings pictorially as well, he's looking at the past and he's going like, I did that shit. I did that. Can we just do that? I mean, be objective and be like, holy shit, look at all the mess I fucking made. Maybe you've done awesome things too. We can look at that too. But I think this is like shifting the perspective on, feeling stuck or feeling mentally overwhelmed or like shameful of the past or dreadful of the past or like stuff. This was the energy of yesterday. As I said, my readings are timeless, but in the event that you're watching them in order, yesterday's was a pretty intense mental struggle about, it could be shame, it could be guilt, it could be anything like that. All right, so what's in front of us? High Priestess. Dang. That's a goddess. Look, I'm looking at this like, okay, this is internal. He's looking back. I'm going to shift my perspective on everything that I'm coming from, all of the experiences I've had, all of the things I've created, everything that I've built. I'm going to sit on my throne. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to be fucking proud of it. And then what is external, what is in front of us, the goddess is creating. I mean, it's like, but we need to become that joyful creative energy. And so that's what we're conjuring when we're looking at where we are conjuring this feeling of joy. And sometimes I sound like a fucking idiot and I don't care, because it works. Like I can get objective about something, and I'm not even saying I'm a picture of perfection when it comes to this. But when I'm really struggling, I can go, all right, girl, like, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's not be the little mini Zubie, but let's be your soul or my higher self. Let me stand back a little bit. Be like, oh, what a fucking mess. Look what this girl did. And she's still standing, look at her just fucking go. That's you. And like spirit has your back. The goddess has your back. I mean, wow. They're just admiring you and the fucking messes you've made and the beautiful things you've created and the amazing things that you've learned. And what you are moving into, you're creating that as well. But we want to be sure that we are creating it with courage and joy. And up here, I call the God spot. Okay. Wow. They're really giving you a pep talk here. Okay. The Chariot is success. The Chariot is harnessing wildly opposing energies. It's kind of being in duality, in the world, but not of it. Not allowing yourself to be distracted, going full steam ahead, knowing that your success is assured. Because, ready, we don't really know what that success is going to look like from our higher self's perspective. There could be something entirely that we are learning from an earth piece of our life that could look to us like it's failing miserably. And the Five of Wands is conflict, chaos. The very first thing that popped into my head when these two came out together like that was overcoming adversity and just traveling through it, just going through adversity and fucking dealing with it. Yummy. Why do I want to say yummy? This is a yummy reading. All right. I'm going to pull. I love when I go back and forth between Texas and Colorado because I just got to Colorado a few days ago. And I have some decks that are stashed at each place. And I'm like, ooh, let me pull this deck. I haven't done it in a while. This is a weird deck and I just want to bust it out. It's kind of weird to read, but what's blocking us? What are we like frantic about or worried about? I'm going to do 3 because these may not all apply, take what applies and leave the rest. So we got, not in my head. Old woman. We could be worried about an old woman. We could be worried about us becoming an old woman. Speaking for myself here, not actually worried about that. Kind of looking forward to it. But what's blocking us? Maybe we're just jumping ahead of things. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. Well, maybe we're worried about aging. Time is going really fucking fast. It's crazy. Maybe we are literally actually worried about something an old woman's doing. I don't know. You know yourself better than I do. All right, and we got 2. Sweetheart and wedding. This is why they're kind of weird. So what's blocking us? Wedding can also be, a wedding is a celebration. We could be worried about, maybe we're worried about our partner. Some of us are feeling blocked in the area of partnerships. Sweetheart is wanting, is kind of like, when you look at somebody and say, oh, what a sweetheart, like maybe we're wanting to be seen as a sweetheart, and that's like, we have to abandon that for a little bit. But this is the part where you sort of interpret what is going on in your life. How could the concept of a sweetheart be blocking you? But because these came out together, wedding and sweetheart, maybe you're in a partnership that is a struggle. And that is sort of blocking you from trusting the process. Maybe you're going through a hard time, and the experience of going through that hard time will make the relationship better, whether you stay together or not. And the old woman, we could be afraid of aging, of getting older. I want to do one more because sweetheart and wedding came out together. Journey and sighs, like sighing. The sighing card is kind of where you're just, there's like this expectation almost, but then we're sighing because it's just not coming about. And the journey is so fucking long. And it's like our whole life, our whole soul life, our fucking eternity. We're going to be on this journey for goddamn eternity. Okay. So if we can't, we're going to pick a few lives to make messes in, and every life is going to have some variation or some theme of mess in it. Interesting. Let me do one more. But from God's view, from what spirit is seeing, looking from above, we're doing the thing. We're fucking doing it. You're doing it. It's all right. It's going to be all right. Just look back at the past and accept it, acknowledge it, be proud of it, be like, you know what? Look at all that shit I got through. And behind us, it's God's got our back. God has got our back. Peacefulness. This is cute. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. So, like, don't ruminate on the chaos that is trying to distract you. What can you create? What can you, like, it's like, don't, this chariot is going full speed ahead. If he were to worry about every little, he's going down the road in the kingdom, and if he was worried about, like, well, what are these people over here saying about me, and what's this people over there saying about me, and what are they doing, what's that like dust up over there, he would never fucking get anywhere, or he would fall off the chariot because he would be so distracted that he would lose focus. this is a time for us to focus on ourselves and what we are doing to let the drama and chaos be the drama and chaos. Let it do its thing. Don't rush things. Don't go too far. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. You've got to get right with where you've been. You've got to acknowledge any messes that are there. The journey is long. Sigh, take a deep breath, and if it has to do with your sweetheart, what's going to happen is what's going to happen. Or if this has to do with like sweetheart, wedding can also kind of be like contracts, social contracts, stuff like that. Because when people get married, they're like families come together too. So with the card of the wedding in that deck, it kind of comes with this concept of like social norms, familial ties, and all of that. But you can't always be the sweetheart. Like sometimes you have to do the hard shit, or say like the thing, or be your authentic self. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Anyway, peace. Namaste.